everybody. So I wanted to pop in and I just have a little message for those of you who are picky eaters and or veggie haters. So first of all, I want to say that you guys really piss me off. And I mean that. I swear to God, when people tell me they're like, I hate veggies, I'm immediately like, oh my God. But here's why. So anger is the glove of fear. And when people tell me that they hate veggies or that they're picky eaters, it terrifies me for them. And I really mean that because I know that part of the reason that I have autoimmunity is because I'm weasel. Oh my God, it just scared me. Part of the reason I have autoimmunity is because I was malnourished. And so for me, I think it was a combination of improper eating, but also I have absorption problems. So like my actual gut has issues absorbing the nutrients even when I'm eating it. So that's my personal thing. But I know that when you guys are telling me that you are picky or you don't like vegetables, that you are literally depriving yourself of essential nutrients that your body needs to prevent shitty things like autoimmunity from happening to you. So the reason I get mad when people tell me that isn't because like I'm an evil human or I think you guys suck. It's because I'm scared. I'm really, really scared for people who tell me that. And so I wanted to talk a little bit actually about my husband, Anthony. So anyway, he is notorious for being extremely picky. Like his family always ask me to this day, how do you guys eat together? Because like you're so about being healthy and he's so picky. Like he literally, when I met him, would eat like fried chicken, steak, and then like variations of potato, like French fries and mashed potatoes. And it was like a kid's diet, except for he doesn't even like cheese, so there was no mac and cheese involved. He was very, very, very picky. And so here's kind of how things changed for him, because now you guys see how he eats with me, and we're like the craziest fucking health people you've ever met in your life. So how did that change in just a matter of a couple years? So first of all, he saw me eating healthy, and he started questioning me of like, why are you eating this or why are you eating that? Because not everything I eat is my favorite. I'm not like, oh my God, these carrots are orgasmic. Like, this is so much better than pizza, you guys. Like, that doesn't happen, right? Like, I'm doing it because it's healthy. And yeah, I find ways to make it taste good, but it's not as gratifying as going and eating chocolate cake. Like, let's keep it real, y'all. So he would ask me, like, why are you eating this or why are you eating that? And I started just telling him, like, oh, well, onion is good for you because of this. Garlic is good for you because of that. And these are all things that I'm learning, you know, as I'm educating myself on autoimmunity. And when he started realizing that there are actual like medicinal properties to food and that it's more than just, you know, satiating yourself, he would start to try things. And so a lot of times he would eat something and he would ask, is this good for me? And I'll be like, yeah, it's really good for you because A, B, and C. And then he'd be like, okay, fine, I'll eat it. Like, even though he wasn't really enjoying it, and even though his taste buds weren't a fan, he would just kind of suck it up and eat it anyway because I was explaining to him why that food was good for him. So what is my point from this? My point is that step number one to moving forward from being a picky eater or a veggie hater is to educate yourself. Seriously, like if you understand the harm that bad food can do to your body, and the magical, amazing things that nutrient-dense food can do for you, it really is a game changer when you genuinely understand that. And it makes it easier to say, yeah, this isn't like my favorite food ever, but you know what? It's not my last meal. It doesn't have to be my favorite food ever. And at the end of the day, I'm doing something good for me. It's like that same feeling you get when you finish like a badass workout. Like, yeah, the workout sucks. When you're done, you're like, I just did that for myself. Like, that was amazing. I feel good about me. I can move forward in my day, like knowing I did that for me. And so it's the same thing when you choose to eat something that's maybe not your favorite is, yeah, that kind of sucks. It's not the best meal in the whole wide world, but you can feel good about your decision. And you can feel like I did that because I know that I'm working towards my health, my goals, my confidence, my mental health, everything across the board, right? So step number one, educate yourself. I'm just going to throw it out there that the Model Health Show podcast and Dishing Up Nutrition podcast are both amazing for that if you want to start educating yourself on nutrition in the part that it plays in your body. So after that, once you get to that point of like, okay, I've educated myself, I know why I need to be eating this way, even though it might totally blow, then you just have to fucking do it. So you're going to be eating some food and you're going to be like, this isn't good, like I really hate my life right now, just keep doing it, because it's the same as like working out. Yeah, every time you do the workout, it's like not super fun, but when you start seeing results, that shit's super fun, you guys. So when you are eating healthy, like every meal isn't gonna be great, it's not gonna be your favorite. When you start feeling better and looking better, that's gonna be so worth it. And so I asked Anthony, because now he eats like tons of stuff. Like it kind of went from like I would cook and be like, hey, you can take it or leave it. And so he would suck it up and eat it, to now he does more of the cooking, but he cooks just like I always did. So now he's adding in onions and he's adding in Brussels sprouts and he's adding in stuff that he never would have eaten before. So I asked him the other day, I was like, what is the deal? Like, are you still just eating these healthy foods because like I told you they're good for you? Or are you like beginning to like them now, or like where are you at with this? And he's like, no, like I genuinely add things now because I like them. Like I've learned to like them. I started eating them out of obligation because I knew they were healthy, but I've learned to like them over time by eating them over and over again and finding ways to prepare them that don't offend my morals, basically. So he's actually learned to like healthy food by forcing it down his own throat because he educated himself on the health benefits of those foods. So it does get better. You can get used to them. And like I said, it all really starts with educating yourself and just knowing why you're doing what you're doing. And then of course, finding ways to prepare it that are like maybe less offensive to your particular palate. And then I asked him, this is my finishing note, but I asked him, so when you were a kid and you like his mom was really like way nicer than my mom and would cook him things that he would eat and like tailor foods to his palate. And so I was like, what if your mom would have just given you whatever she was cooking as she was cooking it, didn't give a shit about what your preferences were, and was like, hey, just eat this, take it or leave it, like starve or don't. I said, and if she told you like this is healthy for you, like this is good for you, you need to eat it, would you have eventually learned to like those foods younger? And he said, yeah, I think I would have. So there really is something to be said for learning to like foods, you guys. And so again, it starts with education, and then forcing yourself into doing it is step number 2, and over time it will get more palatable and more tolerable. And worst case scenario, if you just try this and you absolutely can't, you guys, I have superfoods for you that taste like a chocolate bar, literally like a chocolate bar, and it is a salad in a milkshake. So you have options. Like there really is no excuse for you to not be getting in your nutrition. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. I hope you guys are having a good Monday, and I'll talk to you later.